desk for an esports gaming update.
Oh my God! It's over! It's over! He did it!
Ready for the dog!
Oh, and another one! Oh, and a third! What is this?
Alrighty guys, starting off in the world of League of Legends. Last weekend saw the completion of both the North American and European summer splits. In North America, Team Solo Mid emerged victorious with a thrilling 3-1 defeat of Cloud9. The win comes despite them having already punched their ticket to Worlds, but for Cloud9, the loss means they'll have to qualify in the Gauntlet tournament, which began yesterday. Counterlogic Gaming has also qualified for Worlds based off their overall points for the year, leaving Cloud9, Immortals, Liquid, and Team Envy battling for the remaining spot. Envy and Liquid played yesterday in the first round of the Gauntlet, with Team Envy winning 3-0 in the best of 5. They go up against Cloud9 today, and that match is running as I speak. The winner will go on to face Immortals for the final North American World slot tomorrow. And meanwhile, in the European scene, G2 E-Sports and H2K have secured their entry at Worlds, with Unicorns of Love, Splice, Fnatic, and Giants battling it out for the last spot.
You know what I just watched again? I actually got the chance to share this with my parents, who have been bugging to watch this movie for a long time, but that movie All Work All Play, that, you know, it goes over the entire narrative of the ESL, but also you know, talks a lot about the history between TSM and Cloud9, and really kind of like so I wouldn't say like it's an advertisement for Cloud9 or anything, but Cloud9 is really kind of shown as like your hometown hero through that documentary. It reminded me how much I enjoyed it the first time I saw it, and I just wanted to remind people that it's out there. It's on Netflix. It's a really great documentary. If you're new to esports, this is a really great way to kind of like get your head around what exactly is going on in the scene.
Cloud9's original formation in LCS was actually very interesting because they just took like the best player at each spot that they could find who didn't have a team and threw them together.
Yeah.
And that was the team.
Yeah.
Unicorns of Love defeated Giants yesterday and are playing Fnatic today for the right to move on and face off with Splice tomorrow for the final spot. In the world of Starcraft II, the finals for the 2016 Season 2 GSL have been set, with Protoss player SOS set to face off in a best of 7 with Terran player Beyond. That winner will punch their ticket to the global playoffs. Meanwhile, over in the Star League, it'll be a Zerg versus Zerg matchup as Dark and Solar meet up in the finals. As with the GSL, the winner of this match will be heading to the global playoffs, though it should be noted that Dark has already qualified. If he wins, then the Star League will send another player based on overall performance for the year. The Overwatch Open is down to 16 remaining teams, 8 from each from North America and Europe. The 8 North American teams will begin a double elimination tournament on September 25th, while the European teams will begin on September 28th. The winner of each tournament will square off live on TBS on Friday, September 30th.
Dude, this is unprecedented to have that kind of exposure. TBS is a huge network.
Absolutely.
Huge. I mean, I think that's even more notable than ESPN, and I don't think esports has been featured on ESPN main. It's been on the 2s and the 3s.
Yep, the Ochos.
Yeah, well, and I think just having that kind of exposure for esports and for Overwatch is huge. This is a game that isn't even a year old yet.
No. TBS has been showing a good bit of like Counter-Strike Global Initiative.
Have they?
Counter-Strike Go, I'm sorry, CSGO. They've been showing a good bit of that over the past few months, but it'll be cool to see Overwatch break through and make its way on cable. In the world of fighting games, the Games 16 convention in the United Arab Emirates has been canceled, taking with it the only major ranked Capcom Pro Tour event in the Middle East. Convention organizers say release schedules of certain titles made it impossible for them to provide a quality show.
AKA Street Fighter V.
Yep, and that they are working with various airlines to refund purchased tickets. It is unclear if the Street Fighter V based event is to be made up in another region.
God, how unfortunate, because, I really feel like tournaments in that region are pretty rare. You don't get many of them, and to have a situation where it's not, it's not like some kind of bizarre travel restriction or awful disaster that prevents a tournament, but it's actually the problematic launch of the software itself that has prevented a competition from moving forward. First of all, that's got to be notable. Second of all, that is so inexcusable to let happen.
Yeah. Do you place the blame more on Street Fighter V or on them trying to run this event before the game was available?
Well, that's the thing, is that I'm not really familiar with the kind of promises that Capcom had made surrounding Street Fighter V. So, knowing that, I think that would be an important piece of information to have. Like, what was the expectation of the audience? Did they expect all the features of the game by now, and Capcom just had to push it back? Or has Capcom been making promises that they haven't been delivering on? Like, of course we've been hearing about No Man's Sky again and again and again.
Yep.
But like that, and we talked a little bit about this last week, but like I sort of feel like it's a little bit of part of the expectation now on the gamers' part to like, oh yeah, there's just going to be some shit that's not ready or not in there, and maybe we just didn't hear about it as much with Capcom. I know that Street Fighter V's release was a disaster, but I mean, this really speaks volumes.
Definitely a bummer.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Well, and that's what we got going on in esports this week, guys.
So there.